Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah Muhoza. I drop a video every Tuesday and Thursday, so please make sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any upcoming videos. So excited for today because I am going to be reacting to and giving you the backstory on some of my acting jobs. Let's go. For those of you who don't know, I'm an actor, a no-name actor to be more precise, and what I mean by that is that I get paid to act occasionally, but you're not gonna recognize me from a project. You know what I'm saying? I'm not on movie posters, I'm not hanging out with Will Smith or Angelina Jolie yet. On this channel, I have a series called Struggling Actress, and that's where I take you through my entire acting journey from terrible auditions to tips and tricks on how to get an agent to how much all of this cost. And today we're gonna add another video to that series. I can't wait to show you some of my acting jobs, some that I'm really proud of, some that I look back and I'm like, damn girl, stick with those acting classes. Let's get into it. Before I play you the clip and react to it, I just want to give you a little backstory from this job. This was actually the first professional acting gig I booked out of school and with my agent, so I was so hyped about it. Like, you could not tell me anything. And it was a commercial for Jergens. I didn't know it was for Jergens. It was just called, I think, Project Dry Skin. So I knew it had something to do with beauty and skin, but I had no idea what the brand was going to be. And it was in French, which is, I think, the only thing that I've done in French. And I want to make that one of my goals moving forward, is to work on more French projects. So fingers crossed, 2021, we do more of that. So for the audition, it was a self-tape and I had to answer a series of questions talking about how my skin reacts when it's winter, and it was fairly easy to do. I just told the truth. I did it, I submitted it, out of sight, out of mind, and then in 6 days my agent calls me to let me know I got it. And once again, I was so excited. Like, on the day of, I filmed absolutely everything and I was sending it to my family's group chat. Like, I filmed the steps that I had to take to get into the studio, and I was like, these are the steps that I'm gonna walk up and then it's gonna lead me to the studio, and here is the door of the studio, and if I press this handle and I pull on it, I'm gonna walk into the studio. Like, so excited. I just want to say that all of these ladies in this commercial are now like my Facebook friends, and some of them I keep in touch like pretty regularly. So I feel so weird listening to my voice, and not only that, but listening to my voice in French. Oh my gosh. While we were filming and we were like applying the lotion, we had to hold our hands like up high. So instead of like applying lotions like normally like you would down here, they were like, no, you have to like hold your hand up here, and then like we had to like apply in like a leisurely way and like really soak it in and throughout every end. So we had to keep doing that, so we were hella moisturized by the end of this. C'est important que ça sent bon pour moi personnellement. Alors pour moi, grâce à la lotion hydratante Jergens, je suis radieuse toute l'année. I remember feeling really proud because I got to say like the end tagline and like the slogan of the commercial, so I was like, go girl. All right, this was a really fun one. The director was super sweet, and I didn't even know it was released until a friend of mine tagged me in the comments, and then my aunt tagged me again, and that's how I found out the commercial was out there. So first acting job, I'm really proud of it. Okay, this next one, it was for a TV show called See No Evil, and I actually filmed it pretty recently. We filmed at the end of February, just before everything went into lockdown. And See No Evil is a documentary crime type of show where they reenact really tragic real life events. The episode that I'm in is called A Candy Run, and it's about a little girl who goes missing. In the episode, I play the mom, and for the audition, which was really helpful, they actually sent us an interview clip of her so that we could know, not necessarily mimic her mannerism, but just get the essence of her. So I watched that. I also watched a lot of news clips of her, and there were many on YouTube because this was a widely reported case. And I also, what else did I do? I watched an episode of See No Evil just so that I can familiarize myself with the tone of the show. And one thing that I really picked up on from the woman that I was going to be portraying is that, as you know, I like over enunciate my words. And her, on the other hand, she barely moves her mouth when she speaks. So she'll be like speaking like this. And that's something that I brought to the audition. And I also think that at the audition, what they really wanted to see is how you were interacting with the kids. So while we were auditioning, I put a lot of focus and attention into making sure that I was interacting with the kids that I was auditioning opposite of. Even when we weren't filming, like in between takes, I would just ask them about their day and just to make sure that they were comfortable with me and that we build a rapport. That's what helped me get the part. Okay, so the episode opens with me, my character, at her job, and she worked in a nursing home. This was a really cool shot that they filmed from like up above, and I'm basically just handing out pills to like senior citizens. One of these old men was pretty flirty as I was handing out his pills and was like calling me honey. And like in this scene, we're not supposed to talk at all. Like there's no dialogue. But I don't know. I guess he was feeling frisky that day. I know it's dark and it's a little hard to tell, but we filmed this in Hamilton in February, and it was an outdoor night shoot, so it was freezing, and we had to pretend that we were in Alabama in the States, so we couldn't be like shivering or anything, but it was so cold. I just feel bad for this guy who like played my ex-husband, and he was in shorts and a t-shirt, so I felt for him. So this was definitely the most challenging scene to film. This is the point when the pastor and a police officer comes to tell my family and I that our daughter, who's been missing, was murdered. So that was a tough one to shoot. And just because you know that the real people are going to watch this, you know, you want to treat it with as much respect as you possibly can. So it's definitely the most amount of time I've done doing research and preparation on a character, just so they know that like, we're telling the story to honor their loved one who passed away. The crew on this was really, really kind. They were filming 2 episodes at once, which is nuts. And then the director that I was working with, Colin Ferguson, I am pretty certain is like the kindest man that I have ever met, ever encountered. He's incredible. If you get a chance to work with him, you're lucky. So after I work on a project, I don't think about it. Like I do my job, I get paid, and then I move on. So for this one as well, I didn't know when it was going to be released until somebody DM'd me on Instagram and was like, hey, is this you? And she had like a screenshot of me in the show. So yeah, that was me. This one that I'm gonna share with you was something that I filmed while I was still in school. I believe it was the summer of my first year in college. Oh boy. One of the teachers at my school, he was a teacher for the directing, the filmmaking students, also worked at TLN, which is Tele-Latino Network. So he was directing a short film, and then he put out the casting notice at the school, so all the acting students auditioned for it. I auditioned for it. I got the part of Officer Emily McLeod, and we filmed this, if I'm not mistaken, in Orillia, Ontario for a couple of days. The premise of this film was a man won the lottery And then these amateur criminals decide to kidnap his daughter and hold her for ransom, and then chaos ensues. So it was a dark comedy. Okay, I tried so hard to find like an official link of where it could be. I tried looking at the director's like Vimeo account, at the network's Vimeo account, and all I could find was a trailer. But I do have a bunch of clips of when it aired on TV as like a TV movie special. So those are the ones I'm gonna show you. You're gonna hear my mom in the background shushing me because she was taking me very seriously and she didn't want to miss a single plot point. Okay, here we go. Oh my goodness. Okay, the best part of this whole thing was that 90% of the cast are like good friends of mine. The lead, actually, Mallory, is one of my closest friends, and when she got the part, we were all like, oh my god, are you gonna take us to like the premiere? Are we gonna be on like the red carpet at the after party? We really thought like this was like our breakthrough moment. This was my co-star. I loved him very, very dearly, and he was actually a cop in real life for about 10 years. So he was giving me all these pointers on how to hold the gun. And the gun was actually real, and it was super, super heavy. Obviously, it wasn't loaded, and the part where like you would shoot was blocked. So it was completely safe, but we needed to have a permit to carry it around with us.
Oh my god.
Good evening, ma'am. How are you?
No!
Fine. You live here, ma'am? No, officer. Here for a visit? Actually,
This is me being a really serious officer, and I'm like, ma'am, are you okay? Do you live here, ma'am? Yeah. This is the one that I was thinking about when I said at the beginning to stick with your acting classes. I have learned a lot since then. But it was also a really fun shoot. Once again, the crew was incredible. I haven't worked with anybody that wasn't pleasant, so knock on wood for that to continue. I was mostly excited about seeing my name in the end credits. That's when I was like, hallelujah, I made it. All right, there you have it. I had a lot of fun filming this, so I would love to make a part 2 and part 3 and part 4. If you enjoyed it, please make sure you give this video a thumbs up and comment down below if you have any questions about what it's like to be a no-name actor or what it's like to be on set. Please let me know. Before we end though, I have to give a shout out to Affirmative Girls, which is a new website that celebrates and promotes Black, female, and non-binary creatives. I was featured on it this week, so I'm gonna make sure to leave the link down below in the description box so you can check it out. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you Thursday. Take care of yourself and struggle proudly.